Hello viewers, you have tuned to my channel. It's BioHub and I'm your facilitator, Dr. Seema Sharma. Before proceeding with information and exploration, I want to let you know what all is there in my videos for my students and viewers. First thing that I'm taking small subtopics, breaking those subtopics into further subparts, including simple flowcharts and pictures to make it self-explanatory. I'm also using live materials for better understanding. And in the end, I'm also sharing one worksheet based on the content which I have discussed with my viewers, self-assessment. And lastly, what all I'm going to upload in the next video that is shared with the viewers. So this is what you will find whenever you will tune to my videos. This is my channel BioHub, and in this channel you will come across videos on Chapter 1 Nutrition in Plants. It's from class 7 biology part. I have already uploaded videos related to nutrition and its type, autotrophic nutrition, photosynthesis, conditions necessary for photosynthesis. So you can watch my these subtopics also on my YouTube channel. But today we are going to cover and explore one very interesting and equally fascinating subtopic of this chapter, and it is heterotrophic nutrition in plants. So before going into the details, just have a look on the flow chart, what we have to cover in this video. In this video, this is just a flow chart. In this video, we are going to explore meaning of heterotrophic nutrition and different subtypes of this mode of nutrition and their examples. So this is learning objective of this video. And we are on chapter 1 of class 7, and the chapter is nutrition in plants and it's part 4. Before proceeding with the meaning of this term heterotrophic nutrition, let's recap what all you have studied in class 6, and we'll try to connect with the help of that knowledge. I want you all to go for a flashback and try to remember what all you have learned in class 6 with respect to this term. I'm sure my viewers are familiar with this term, food chain, food web. They are also familiar with these terms, herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. And you have this basic idea that sun is the ultimate source of energy, and the flow of energy is through a food chain where sun energy is utilized by green plants. Green plants, they are eaten up by herbivores. Further, they are eaten up by carnivores. And likewise, there is flow of energy. And we all are interdependent as far as our food requirements are concerned. All are dependent on green plants, our nutrition requirement. So now, let's proceed further. We are coming to this term, heterotrophic nutrition. It is this term, heterotrophic nutrition. Let's look around and try to correlate. Most of the animals, in fact, maximum animals, a few green plants, maximum of the non-green plants, including fungi, they cannot prepare their own food. They all are dependent directly or indirectly on green plants. So this mode of nutrition, when the organism, whether it's an animal or a plant, it is dependent on other animal or plants for fulfilling its nutrition requirement, that mode is called heterotrophic nutrition. And all those animals who have this heterotrophic mode of nutrition, they are called heterotrophs. And in this part, that is heterotrophic nutrition in plants, our focus will be on all those plants which are dependent on other plants. And in this, we are again focusing on the flow chart of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So viewers, heterotrophic mode of nutrition is basically, we can divide it basically into three subtypes. One group of plants which are dependent on living plants. Another group of plant-like organisms which are feeding on dead decaying organic matter. And third group of organisms, plant-like organisms, which have interdependence, two organisms working together to fulfill their nutritional requirement. So this heterotrophic nutrition, it has served on the basis of the mode from where they are drawing their nutritional requirement. They can be parasitic, they can be insectivorous, they can be saprotrophs or saprophytes, or they can be symbiotes. So heterotrophic mode of nutrition is of further these four types which we have to study in class 7 in this chapter 1. We have to study about parasitic mode, insectivorous plants, saprophytes, and symbiotic organisms. So we'll take up all these one by one. But we are starting with parasitic plants. So it's heterotrophic mode. Heterotrophic plants, its first subtype is parasites or parasitic plants. Such plants are very interesting, viewers. Yeah, and you will be amazed to know that there are a few green plants and some non-green plants. They live upon or inside the green plants and derive their food from them. So all such plants which are living on other plants and drawing their nutrition requirement from those, they are called parasites. And the plant from which these parasites are getting food, they are called host. And we have two very classic and interesting examples. And if you will look around in some gardens or in field area, you will come across both these uh, parasitic plants. So now another term, total parasite. Students, parasitic plants are basically of two types. Total parasites means they need food also, they need water from the host. So they are completely parasitic on their host. So we have two classic examples of parasitic plants, and the first one is Cuscuta. These yellow noodle-like network or the net-like network, it's a plant. It's a non-green plant. Its name is Cuscuta or Amarbale or Dodo. And this plant sucks food and water from the green plant. Here also it's making a network on a green plant and utilizing its water and food for its growth. And with the help of a few very interesting structures, and they are called Hastoria. So this is this green plant, huge tree is completely covered by this non-green plant Cuscuta, and it is drawing nourishment from their food as well as water. This is the closer look of one leaf where this yellow color structure is a Cuscuta plant and it is coiling around. But I want my viewers to pay attention to this thing, these pointed triangular structures. They are actually the Hastoria. So how they are drawing the nourishment? Let's try to understand it with the help of one drawing. This is a green plant, students. This one is a green plant and we will call it as a host. This yellow noodle-like structure, it is actually Cuscuta plant which is coiling around the host. So Cuscuta is a parasite. And as I told you that Cuscuta is a total parasite. Total parasite means it is drawing water as well as food from the host. So now pay attention to this cross section. That's the outer bigger diagram. It's the cross section of plant, and within this plant has green plant. The host plant has water supply as well as food supply. Cuscuta is coiling around this plant, and with the help of those Hastoria special structures, it is piercing this host plant and reaching up to the water and food pipe of the host, and drawing food and water from that. These are how this Hostoria look. They can be of different shapes and sizes. They can be branched or unbranched. But what my viewers of class 7 have to remember, that Cuscuta is a non-green plant. It is yellow in color. It is total parasite and it draws food as well as water from the host with the help of special structures called Hostoria. These are the Hostoria. So this is about Cuscuta. With you two more interesting examples of total parasites, and they are, I must say, they are amazing. You don't believe? Then see. Rafflesia, it's the largest flower of plant kingdom. This Titanarum, it's the tallest flower of world plant kingdom. And look at the size, but they are total parasites. Rafflesia as well as Titan, they are without roots or leaves, and their main body is residing inside the host. Imagine, students, main body is residing inside the host, some bigger bark of a tree, and then only they are drawing food and water from that with the help of same those Hostoria like structures, and then they are blooming, producing flowers. Look at the flowers, largest flowers, and nourishment is drawn from the host. So they are also total parasites. So this is about total parasites. So we discussed about total parasites are those parasitic plants which are dependent for food and water on the host, and they and the examples are Cuscuta, Rafflesia, and Titanarum. Now, this was about total parasites, but in plant kingdom, let's learn about partial parasites. So, what are partial parasitic plants? They are those plants which are dependent, which are actually green in color. They are making their food themselves, but they are dependent for other requirements on their host. Like this is Mistletoe plant. It grows on trees such as mango and mahua, and it is drawing only water from the host plant. So it is partially dependent on the host plant. So we are saying this is partial parasite. An ideal example is Mistletoe plant. So this is about parasitic plants. Next, the next category of heterotrophic plants is insectivorous plants. And viewers, I must say this is the most fascinating part of heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants as far as I'm concerned, because when I was a student, these such pictures were I was scared of such pictures. I was thinking that they might eat me. They might eat human beings. But my viewers know these plants are very small and human beings are very large. They can only eat small insects. So these insect eating plants, sometimes they are called carnivore plants also. These insect eating plants, they are called insectivorous plants. And why they eat insects? To fulfill their nutritional requirement. Which nutritional requirement? They have some special nutritional requirement of protein which can be fulfilled by eating small insects only. So they are trapping and squeezing these, pouring their juices and dissolving these insects and then absorbing those nutrients. And we have the beautiful examples of insectivorous plants also. In fact, there is a long list of insectivorous plants, but the famous ones are pitcher plant, Venus flytrap plant. They grow in soil which is not rich in nitrogen. So in order to fulfill nitrogen requirement of the plant, it traps insects, sucks their juices, and supplement the food that they prepare by photosynthesis. So now look at this picture plant. This is picture plant, and on the it has a beautiful picture like actually pot like its organized structure is there, and there is a beautiful lid on it. The moment any insect land on the lid or at the rim, it immediately closes. And inside the picture there are certain hairs pointing downward. So the insect will not be able to come upward, it will slide down. And when an insect enter in the picture, the lid closes and the insect it gets entangled in those hairs. The cells of the picture plants, those hair-like structure, they secrete certain digestive juices, and then they dissolve that insect and absorb that material, that liquid material to fulfill their nutritional requirement, basically protein requirement, or to be more precise, nitrogen requirement. So these are insectivorous plants and the most fascinating and amazing plants. Next subtype of heterotrophic plants is saprotrophs. These organisms, they derive their nutrition from dead and decaying parts of plants and animals and are known as decomposers. And the examples are mushroom, other fungi, and bacteria. So how do they do it? Let's understand that first. They secrete some digestive juices on the dead and decaying matter. They convert this juice, or we can say these digestive juices. What are these? Digestive enzymes. They convert the solid matter, that decaying organic matter, into liquid form. Then they absorb this liquid form, absorb those nutrients from this liquid with the help of their long filamentous body, and that is how they are fulfilling their nutrition requirement. So this method of getting nutrients from dead and decaying organic matter in the form of a liquid is known as Saprophytic Mode of Nutrition. And there are certain examples, like we have mushrooms. You are aware of button mushroom, which is an edible one. We eat that. But there is a long list of fungi which decomposes dead decaying organic matter. It can be colored, it can be grayish in color, it can be of some white in color. And you have come across also about spoilage of bread by one organism, that is fungus only. And in addition to this picture, the last one is of bacteria. So here in this slide, what you have explored, their saprotrophs are those organisms which obtain their food from dead decaying organic matter. And for that, they are pouring their juices into the dead decaying organic matter. That juice is in the form of enzymes. They are breaking or degrading that material and converting into liquid form. Those liquid nutrients are absorbed by this fungus with the help of its filament-like structures. So how they are doing it? Let's try to revise that once again. This is how do fungus draw its food. This is a fungus. It can be any mushroom. Now you have to pay attention to the root-like structures which are in contact with the dead decaying organic matter. This is slightly enlarged view of the same. So these root-like structure, they are coiling or they are very near to those dead decaying organic matter, and they are also making certain connections with the organic matter with the help of certain structures called hastoria. See, this is filamentous body of the this fungus, the root portion or root-like portion, and these roots, they have special projections outward which are going up to into the body of that decaying organic matter, and then they are pouring digestive juices in that decaying organic matter, converting it into liquid form, and then absorbing and fulfilling their nutrition requirement. So now you pay attention to this. This is a mushroom. we are talking about these structures, root-like structures. So these root-like structures, this fungus is generally growing in dead decaying organic matter, and these filament-like structure, they are further making certain special structures called hastoria, and the singular is hastorium, and inserting it into the host plant, the dead decaying organic matter, and dissolving its content and then absorbing. First dissolving and then absorbing and utilizing. So this is how saprotrophs, they are drawing their nutrition from dead decaying organic matter. Next, it's time to learn about one activity. So this activity can be carried out by my viewers or my explorers at their home only, because it's a lockdowns, and if you have bread, you can follow these steps, and you can also actually explore yourself that yes, is it bread is a dead organic matter now. So if we'll sprinkle water on it and we'll put it in a zip polythene, and after 2 days you will come to know that it will get spoiled because fungus is there in the air. It must have landed on this bread, and by sprinkling of water, we provided water for the fungus to grow, and it will spoil. So this is a very interesting activity. It is there in your living science book, NCRT book, and in other uh, published publications. You can experiment it at home yourself, and I want you to be an explorer. Don't go by the books. Explore wherever it's possible. Explore and learn from your own experience. Students, my no video is complete without showing you some live material. I'm an explorer myself, and I want my students and viewers to explore their self. So what I have explored today with respect to this video for my viewers is a fungus. Growing on dead decaying organic matter. How beautiful these plants are, and how useful these plants are. They are decomposers. Subtype of heterotrophic mode of nutrition is symbiosis. In symbiosis, two different kind of organisms, they live together, they work together, and they mutually benefit each other. So such type of association in which two organisms, they live together and mutually benefit each other, that mode is called symbiosis, and those organisms are called symbionts. Organisms are called symbionts. Ideal example is lichens and leguminous bacteria. Lichen, this association, an alga, which is an autotroph which can make its food because alga is green in color, and one fungus which is a saprophyte, which is non-green, which cannot synthesize its food. They live together as one organism called lichen. So how they help each other? The fungus, it supplies water and minerals because it can absorb water minerals, it can dissolve dead decaying organic matter, so it can absorb water minerals from the place where it is growing, and it is handing over that water minerals to the alga, and in return alga is supplying food to the fungus. So both are living together and mutually benefiting each other. So such relationship is called symbiosis. This is how lichen looks like. This is lichen, where you will say its appearance is green in color. So upper part is completely alga and the lower part is uh, the fungus, and that's how they are helping each other and living together as one entity called lichen. We have another example of symbiosis from plant kingdom only, where leguminous plants like peas, pulses, their roots have small node-like structures, outgrowths, tuber-like structure. There resides uh, one bacteria called rhizobium that helps the plant by fixing atmospheric nitrogen, and in return plant gives it water and other minerals and for its growth and development. So we have two examples of symbiosis from plant kingdom. One is lichen, another is leguminous plants, which have a symbiotic association with one bacteria called rhizobium. Name of the bacterium is rhizobium. Where it resides in the root part, and in root it makes tuber-like structure called nodule. So that is how two organisms, they are benefiting each other and living together as symbionts, and such mode of nutrition is called symbiosis. So this is what you have learned in today's video, viewers. So the learning outcome of this video must be, if you have seen this video completely, the learning outcome of this video must be that you will be able to identify these plants and you will be able to identify the mode of nutrition. You will also be able to say why and how Cuscuta is drawing its nutrition from host. Why pitcher plant is eating insects. Why this Rafflesia, which is the largest flower of plant kingdom, it is called total parasite. How Saprotrophs, like fungus, they are drawing their nourishment from dead decaying organic matter. How lichens are called, why lichens are called symbionts. So with the help of, if you are able to answer all these questions by merely looking at these pictures, this means you have understood the basic thing and you will be able to retain it in your software for longer run. So as I told you in the beginning also that my no video is complete without worksheet also. So I'm sharing one worksheet of 2 pages for self-assessment, and I'm sure if you have seen my video completely, you will be happy to go for self-assessment and come up with correct answers of all these questions which I have prepared for you in the form of worksheet. So we are through with this chapter, viewers, nutrition and plant. So that's it for today. Now I want to request my viewers that if you are finding my videos worth watching and they are helping you in clearing your doubts related to this chapter, then please do leave a comment for me, and if possible, do subscribe my channel. It will help me to keep you updated regarding various videos which I am going to upload subsequently of chapter 2 and other chapters of biology part only. Till then, I want to thank you all for watching my video and staying tuned to my video channel BioHub with me, Dr. Seema Sharma. So viewers, take care, stay home, take all precautions related to this COVID pandemic, and take good care of yourself. With this, I'm signing out. So it's bye bye